Dear friends in Jesus Christ, today we are in the 25th Sunday of Ordinary Time, Year A. The Gospel reading of today is taken from the Gospel of St. Matthew, chapter 20, verses from 1 to 16. Speak about the parable of vineyard. The landlord goes out early in the morning, at 9 o'clock, at 12 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, and finally at 5 o'clock to hire laborers to work in his vineyard. At the end of the day, when he pays the payment, he pays equally to all of them. Those who came early in the morning were not happy. They were murmuring and they said, "Some people have only worked for 1 hour and you have made them equal to us." But actually, when the landlord hired the people at 6 o'clock early in the morning, he made an agreement to pay them 1 dinar, that is, a wage of 1 day at that time. So he paid them as per the agreement. The landlord asks them, "Are you jealous because I am generous?" Dear friends in Jesus Christ, what does this parable teach us today? It was a custom that at a particular street corner, the laborers will be waiting to be hired, and this landlord goes and hires them and pays them a day of wage to everyone, irrespective of the hours of their work. This parable, first of all, is directed to the disciples of Jesus themselves. They are with Jesus. They thought that they have some privileges, but Jesus is telling that they will be treated equally when they are compared with the people who follow Jesus later. And secondly, this parable is addressed to the Jewish community. They thought that they are chosen people. They thought they are privileged people. But Jesus, by saying this parable, telling them that they are equal to Gentiles also. In the kingdom of heaven, there is no privileges. Everyone is equal. This parable is also teaching us today an important lesson that no one can claim a privilege just because they are seniors in the church activities. Sometimes people may be involved in the church activities for years. A new member has just come in, but there should be no privileges on the basis of their seniority in the church. This parable also speaks about the generosity of God. God does not count how many hours of work you have done. God just counts whether you are with God or not. And secondly, most importantly, this parable also addressing the problem of comparing oneself with the other person. It is said, if you want to be unhappy, compare yourself with other person. Warren Buffett says, people who have inner scorecard will succeed in life. People who have outer scorecard will not succeed in their life. Inner scorecard means that I compete with my own self. I compare my own previous attempts, previous achievements, previous efforts, and then I raise my standard and I give mark or score for myself. Outer scorecard means I compare myself with other person and rate my achievements and rate my efforts. In this parable, the people who came to work in the beginning were not happy. Not that they did not receive a just wage, but because they were comparing themselves with the people who came late for work. So comparing oneself with others will lead to distraction. Dear friends, can we take a moment today to recall how God was and how God is generous to us? In what are the ways and in what things we compare ourselves with others? Can we take an effort to compare ourselves with our own previous self and begin to grow? God bless you all. Amen.